Welcome to the beautiful Mentawai, where we got our intermediate surf clinic. The waves have been absolutely firing non-stop for 2 weeks, and it's really good seeing the people's level of commitment, where they've gone from sort of intermediates to be able to confidently come into some beautiful waves, working the muscle memory technique. And what can I say? The water's warm, conditions are fantastic. There's no crowd, and it's good to be able to see people relax and enjoy their surfing, as opposed to having to hustle for waves, compete for waves, and in an environment where it's very, very tense. Yeah, the learning environment's absolutely perfect. So, hope to see you soon.
James Sanford, 33, originally New Zealand, living in Melbourne.
Tim Blinkhorn, 29 from Wellington, New Zealand.
Chris Blinkhorn, I'm 32 years old and I'm from Wellington, New Zealand.
Henry Sam, I'm 57. I live in San Diego, California.
Tobias Work, I'm 32 years old and I'm from the Northeast United States.
Sebastian Clezio, 25, from Perth.
My name is Sebastian. I'm 37 years old and I'm from the Gold Coast in Australia.
Andrew Wheeler from Sydney and I'm 32.
Cordelia, 34, from Sydney.
Kane, 43, from the Goldie.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm 60 and I'm from the Southern Highlands of New South Wales.
Mate, epic. The resort is phenomenal. Like, they don't miss a single trick. The whole thing, super well organised, better than anywhere I've ever stayed. So set up for surfing. You literally cannot leave here wanting anything else.
That was awesome. Everyone's super friendly. The knowledge given by everyone, from Clayton to Guy, just unbelievable.
Treat.
Macaronis is just an incredibly beautiful place, situated in Mentawai, and the whole resort staff, the accommodations, the attention to detail and hospitality is just first rate.
Pretty amazing. I had pretty high expectations coming in and they were pretty much all exceeded. So overall, pretty stoked about my stay here.
Macca's was a fantastic experience. We got amazing waves. The crew here is just fabulous and excellent coaching as well from Clayton along the way.
It has been I've had such a good time. It's only been 1 week, but I feel like I've accomplished so much in that 1 week and done so much and seen so much.
In one word, awesome.
It was fantastic. It was a beautiful spot, lovely. Really lucked into some nice weather and some nice waves.
Absolutely. At first it's quite hard hearing everything that you're doing wrong, and you're kind of like, there was some resistance there, and you're kind of like, nah. Well, I mean, you know deep down that you're doing it wrong, but a couple of days in, you're like, fuck, a couple of these things are actually starting to work, and then all of a sudden a few things click in a bit better. And
advice on actually keeping my legs like in position to get a wave and being able to hold on to it and stand up. It's been pivotal, and finally going along the wave and creating a turn, which was pretty stoked on, actually enjoying the wave.
I have learned a lot. I need to take a lot of it and just put it all into motion.
I truly enjoyed it. At times it was intense, but I think I'm taking back some really good foundational skills.
I'd say absolutely yes, 100%. I've had coaching before, and I think this style, whatever his style was, blunt, I guess, it worked. He was very, very direct, and it wasn't necessarily what I wanted to hear, but it was what I needed to hear. And so as long as you can get over yourself and get over the fact that it's not an insult, it's just constructive, then your surfing can improve a lot.
And Clayton could give me feedback right away. Guy was there as well, and he could shoot video, and so they could give me feedback. And I could paddle back to the boat, actually watch the video, and then see what I've done. Clayton gives me feedback, so it was excellent. And I think for getting to the next step in surfing, it really accelerated this getting to the next step than just surfing back home.
Working with Clayton has definitely improved my surfing. It's been really great to get into the technical side of surfing and just make small changes here and there that really make a big difference overall to surfing, both quality of surfing but also the enjoyment out there too.
100%. I think Clayton, he's very direct, but he pushes you, and I think I needed to be pushed, I think also just being here for a week, knowing that I had to improve so much in 1 week, I also went for it more than I would if I didn't come to Mentawai and just stayed at home.
Massively helpful and beneficial. There was as much undoing of some things as there were new things to keep in mind, so priceless.
Absolutely, I've improved heaps. He's given me a lot of tips, told me what I was doing wrong, and and he's very clear and concise.
Yes, definitely. We've even got a couple of mates thinking about getting on the next one.
No doubt, yeah, for sure. It's amazing what you come away with. It's just awesome.
I would absolutely recommend a clinic like this. If you really want to get better at surfing, you have to be open to it, but I would absolutely recommend something like this. I have seen a great improvement in my surfing just from this 1 week, and I'm basically I want to know when the next one is, where I can go to get more of it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend coming here to Macaronis and joining a coaching clinic. The waves are fantastic. You'll have a great time both in and out of the water, and the camaraderie between those on the coaching clinic and the quality of the coaching is second to none.
Just getting better, feeling yourself, understanding your board and the way your body works and the wave works, and just leaving here with a few more skills.
Maybe the second day, was it the second day? It was absolutely pumping, and just, I don't know, everything here is just awesome.
The highlight of the trip was I was struggling with the size of my shortboard. It was smaller than any board I have ridden regularly back home, so I was on a 7-foot board. On the second day, I caught 3 waves and rode them on that 7-foot board, and I was quite stoked. So I think that was great. In addition to that, the visit we had yesterday to the remote tiny island and diving from the rock was a very unique experience, and something I'll remember forever.
Oh, the highlight of my trip? Shoot, it's hard to pick just one moment, but I would say there were a couple of days out there where there was only 7 or 8 guys, and the waves were just firing, and it was overhead glossy bombs coming through. And
well, the highlight of the trip was definitely surfing. So many hours in the water, the warm water, the warm weather, and being able to go on the boat from Macaronis Resort any time of day. I could go out to the wave, come back anytime. I could eat pretty much whenever I want, and that flexibility was great.
Highlight of trip was probably the first couple of days when I got here. We had pumping surf and hardly anyone out, along with a trip to Greenbush, which was a really memorable experience and a great wave to surf if you ever get the chance.
I think becoming a better surfer and doing it in the most stunning surroundings in the Mentawai. It's a tropical paradise, and staying at Macaronis Resort, it's a real family atmosphere. You all sit together at dinner, you make great friends.
A whole lot of the trip was day 2, pumping 4 to 6 waves breaking across Macaronis Reef. Insane.
Just meeting nice people and waves, and having a great time. I couldn't put it down to one thing.